Hey everyone, we're back with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles? Adventures, whatever you want to say. Last time we finished the first part of the final trial. Gonna go cross-examine the two guys now. I forget their name. It's been like a week. I didn't look at what the date said there. But it is raining outside, by the way. It's been off and on all day. So if you hear it, like, I don't think you can now, but you probably will later. Sorry, it's ambience. It's ambience. It's like setting the tone because things are looking bleak, but they're gonna get better, right? Yeah. Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. I've been wanting to do this for like a week. If I didn't say that, I just haven't been able to, and now I am ready. I'm gonna finish this case this weekend, hopefully. Witnesses, you'll now retake the stand. They look like they're about to sing the song "We Are Number One." You know that one by from that one kid show. I don't remember the name of it. Presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination. I saw that one when I think I was maybe slightly too old for it. I always thought it was kind of weird, but I remember that one when it was airing. Oh yeah, Governor. Oh, yeah, they talk funny. I did, Gov. I did. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Skulkin! Score, blimey! This is going to be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Winterbanks. It was bedlam soon as, weren't it? It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have to have the pull my dukes out of me Lucy lockets. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Core blimey. The night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. Never done nothing of the sort. How do you figure that out? You'll now give formal testimony once again. You'll tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question. This time, you'll tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. I'm still wondering, are they gonna make Van Six like the main villain of the case, or are they gonna make him sympathetic? I've kind of been, on the thinking, yeah, he's gonna be sympathetic, especially since he kind of helped us out a little in case 4, right, at the end. But also, like, it's easy way. Look, if you're ever reading a story and there's a character that's like racist or like homophobic, etc., that means they're evil. That's how storytelling works. That's how you have to like, maybe an evil character like has a plan and you're like, oh, actually that plan, that's not that evil, like that kind of makes sense. But then they kill a puppy. It's like that. And that, gentleman, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. I actually do really like it when it's very rare, right? When there's like an otherwise just like good and just character, but like also like, they're racist or etc., right? Because, that's like, oh shoot, I like that guy, but also like, it's like a weird sense of depth. I thought worth pondering, perhaps. Say no more, Gov, we hear ya. We'll blab, we'll squeak, we'll peach. Peach? Witness testimony. The legal entry, the whole truth. Alright, we did knock a few things over. We weren't rifling for nothing. It was when we heard the gunshot, see? Made us both jump, and all that stuff went flying. Lummy didn't give me a fright. Was thinking the shooter came out the door and get us next. Stuck everything back where I found it and scarpered. Straight into him in the black. Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? Never even had a chance, did we? So you admitted the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Winderwake's countertop on the night in question. I mean, could they really put everything back the way it was? Like, not ransack, Governor, no. That's right, Nash. That's right. I think we tidied up, yeah. He's contemplating his life choices right now. Sorry. By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess. Well, you say it? Rarely sound like roughs at all. We don't, Nash, we don't. Can you make us more sound cutthroat? I said that sentence wrong, but no, that's canon. It can't be a coincidence these men showed up at the window banks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. They've got to be trying to get into the vault of the crystal, or like where all the money is, right? Cross-examination. The whole truth. I don't know. Let's press this. What you're saying is, sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all the things off the counter? Shocked one of us that much, yeah. Back at nerves, he still learned to keep a shirt on. Is that alright? Blame me. My dead granny would have woken up at that bang. Big bro here screamed like a blooming baby and fell over in the counter. Knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull whatnot. Got tangled up in some marionette. Knocked over. I don't know how. So these guys obviously didn't shoot him, right? It's Ace Attorney. It's not that easy. How would someone get into the crime scene or out of it? Because these guys were presumably there the whole time until we showed up, and then like obviously you can't just run past Suzato, you know. Well, I mean, she was busy with Mr. Schultz, but really mastered working quietly then. You think someone dug underneath the floorboards? Got out? What a racket. Me granny and I would have scared back into her grave at the clatter like that. Gunshot took you by surprise. And then some.
Is that right?
Ooh, as quiet as a mouse, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Excuse me.
Gregson, do you have something to add? No, he's just eating his fries, don't mind him. Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony? You certainly recall just now what Mr. Skulkin said. Make you think of something? Is there music playing that night? It's probably nothing, of course. Don't even bother to mention it, only. The fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. Why don't you just tell us what's on your mind? No, he wants that quote to be in the next novel. As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night. The statement they gave them told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Might have, Gov, might have. Does ring a bell now that you mention it. But did Franzix tell him not to say it? Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. Can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a little sloppy with your testimony here. Eh, fellas? If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them. Easy, easy! We'll get it right this time. That's it. Yep! It's all coming back to me now. Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details you have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs. Right you are, go. Just before the gunshot, we heard her voice yelling out, "Give me that gun!" You're not looking great for Gino. Could have been this one somehow? I don't know.
Hold it!
In fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously? We did, Gov, we did. Although I suppose if you're being honest, they had a kind of wavering voice before they yell and all. If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun. Bam. Kind of thing. They're good actors. Career in acting tragically missed. Where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Of course we could. On the other side of that door behind the counter was the storeroom where the victim was found dead. Voice you heard is that of the victim, Mr. Windabank. Come on, Gregson, you do it too. I'll meet Granny's life. Of course it was. On his Granny's life. Of course it was. That would mean you both knew Mr. Windibank in the sound of his voice. And so that would mean what? What, Nash, what? Any ideas? Council, indeed it would. No, we didn't know the geezer. How am I supposed to deny it when the bloke and all the fancy clobbers giving us the evil eye? If you value your lives, you'll ensure your testimony is accurate and true. Oh, you know, they probably weren't there for the vault. They were there for the... Which one is it? This one. The box. Oh, my granny's life it is. How does granny life? It must be. Good job his granny's dead. Summarize that. Immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then heard a gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them all over the shop floor. You can sound like we're clumsy. I forget we tired enough like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it. Look what owned the place was holding a gun. So he should have fired. He should have... Wait. He was holding a gun? I thought... Do we have the picture? Can we just present this?
Objection.
Okay, that was a new line. Okay. You're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windibank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct? That's it, Gov. You got the picture. Yes, Nash, yes, no question. If the photographic evidence for the time of the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windibank was not in possession of a firearm of any description.
Objection.
You surprise me. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more? Hold on, I'm building towards something. Leave me be. Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish that the photographic print presented was taken a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking, counsel. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Nash, too right. Old geezer could have been the one who turned the tables on the girl, eh? Could have been. Hardly likely. Afraid this won't stand. Am I gonna get am I gonna lose HP? Continue with the cross-examination, counsel. He my earlier warning witnesses. Okay, Skulkin's never Skulkin. That's interesting. I didn't lose HP, so it's like they baited me with that.
Hold it.
Let's press there. Get a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, that was a sign, eh? They're waving guns at each other. They both had guns. Just before he shot it out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot." Didn't really sound like it. Mine? More of an empty threat, you could say. And to keep a revolver in his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. It's someone being himself, of course. Good grief! Extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided. Doesn't sound like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. The person who was gonna shoot beat him to it. Cooked his goose proper. Hey, you better not shoot yourself in the head. I'll shoot you first. Don't do it. That's what went down. But he wished he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun." Directly after the words that you heard the gunshot. Oh, actually, what if this whole case is just a suicide? That's it. That's the case. It's more or less at the same time, Gov. Give me that gun. Bam. Kind of thing. Very tragically missed. I heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. We're ever been what? Dead quiet. After that, we've done a slapdash job tidying up the place. Okay. You didn't have to give me a fright. I was thinking the shooter come out the door and get us next. Yeah. Take everything back where they found it. When you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It was a bit hasty there. It wasn't actually was. Truth be told, it's already shaking like a leaf when you lot turned up. You're shaking like a leaf? Don't put a loaded gun in your hand. Good advice, miss. Good advice. Truth be told, my mind went totally blank. Or your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand. Okay. Doing slapstick now. Metro don't made miss. That way they did down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers or something. They clapped the darbies on us like winking. You've been handcuffed. The police found this revolver in your possession, correct? Well, yeah. Listen, that proves done it, eh? Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? You never even had a chance, see?
Hold it!
Why should we believe that? And what? Well, because it's true, isn't it? This is totally empty when we went in. Victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door yet. In the words of the night in question, these two never even laid eyes on the proprietor. Correct? You got it, mister! Down to a T, but they recognized his voice. So, they never actually encountered Mr. Winter. Is that really true, I wonder? Is it? That's the full extent? What is it, Ryouno? It's very fierce. I can pour you some herbal tea if you like. Thank you, but I'm fine. He's such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. So these brothers are still hiding something. Something important. Nothing more than a feeling, though. I've got no proof to support it. Feelings can be very logical at times. Those expressions, the movement of their eyes, the words they choose. Take all that and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with a feeling like you describe. You should trust your instincts. Thank you, Iris. I think she's 10 years old? It must be 5. Ryounosuke was 5 the whole time? I can just press everything. I think we're still missing something. Not exactly squeaky clean, ain't we? Yeah. Me old China. We've only landed ourselves in even more trouble. You're sort of lying. Exactly what you've done. Oh well, it's your god in luck. It's the god an apple eater. I'm sorry. Why did you ransack? We didn't ransack. Okay, yeah, nothing there. We did this one. Did that one.
Hold it!
I think this is the last one we haven't done. You didn't try to open the door then. Not on your life. Deathly quiet after that it did, but the wind right up me. The door was locked, wasn't it? No way that was opening. How do they know that? It's locked from the inside, or so we're even led to believe. Was, Gov, it was, from the inside. We had no way knowing what was going on in there, did we? So there's some other way to get a view of the inside. Oh, do they look through the door? Through the keyhole? What? Ryounosuke, are you dumb? Are you stupid? They cut on the end before we noticed anything like that. We're cutting our teeth in this game, see? One day. We really cut the mustard. Please cut it out. Behind that door was the victim's lifeless body. The accused not 2 feet away. Gina was in there unconscious with a gun in her hand. Baron, would it be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom? That's right, Gov. That what? That's right. Couldn't have even if we wanted to. Okay, we've pressed everything, right? Took everything back to where we found it. It's scarpered. Straight into him in the black. Yeah, we did that one. So we've got to present something. What do we have? Stereoscope? I don't think it's that one. Close shooting photograph? Oh! I don't think it can be this. Look, something I think is weird is that they put everything back exactly how they found it, you know, maybe just like a centimeter off, right? But if we've pressed everything, so it has to be one of these 2 new lines. And like, we already did this. Is there like something on the gun we need to be aware of? Don't shoot yourself. Plus 5. This is Mr. Winterbank's gun. Cylinder's empty. They brought this back up. What? He was shot in the back. Oh. Oh. That's a pretty important detail.
Objection.
That's why I'm glad I looked at that. So you're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Winterbank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct? Let's go. You got the picture. Yes, Nashing has, no question. Yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows Mr. Winterbank was not holding a fire. Oh yeah, that too. Wait, do we have an autopsy? We don't have. Was he shot in the back or was he shot from the front and it went through? Oh, here we go. An upper half of victim's back. Okay. Hit the heart. Okay, it's from a diagonal trajectory. You don't think Iris killed him, do you? No. Let's hope not. Because, I mean, she could have made the cat door thing. She could have squeezed it in. Like she's tiny. Hey, you what? Gordon, Bennett, that ain't right.
Objection.
Can be no question the victim's revolver was used in the incident. And remind the court that Mr. Winterbank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, it was found in the accused's hand. Yeah, that mall tooler used the victim's own gun to finish him off. Give me that gun, bang! Kind of thing. They had to have looked through the window. Stay exactly where you are, right there. Eh? Crimes that had taken place as you so colorfully described in your testimony give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out. Goodness! Are you sure, counsel? You intrigue me, my learned friend. Let's see some evidence to support your claim. I think it's the autopsy?
Take that!
According to their testimony, witnesses claims to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot. Indeed, with these two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we're led to believe. So that's right. Now, if the testimony is true, it means that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, the autopsy report clearly states the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. Ah. So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. I'll turn the music up. Yeah! If I cared about editing, I'd play the two sound effects at the same time of me going yeah. But it's the God's honest truth. And as it is. It was shot that night. The shopkeeper had a gun in his hand, saw with their own bleeding eyes. Did I hear you just now? You actually saw Mr. Winterbank holding a gun? Something like that might have slipped out. Vincent's just tired of these two. He hates everything. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw, with their own eyes, the victim wielding a gun. Which could only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person. Nash, yeah! Order. Witnesses, explain yourselves at once. Well, the thing is, we weren't supposed to, It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. Made it quite clear that the false witness would be the death of you. Say goodbye. Am I to understand that you replaced the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies? Well, I'm so sorry, Governor. Truth is, well, you see... Get it out, Nash, get it out! We blab now, you know what he'll do to us? He? What are they talking about? JoJo guy? Let me make your position here perfectly clear. I just remembered his name is Edgar Benedict. I hate everything. I cannot say it without laughing. You will talk. There's no other option available to you. Bro, come on, the game's up. We'll have our guts for guiders. You're pirates now? Guess it hasn't quite sunk in yet. No matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out. I mean, they could just say we plead the fifth, and then they'll be like, you're not in America. And they're like, too bad, you can't make me talk. The night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. Demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place. Well... Do we have to? On pain of death. Suggest you make yourself fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth. It's like baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. And so he got inside the gaff and heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and he flew at us like he was possessed. Thought we'd had it. An old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. Checked me over the counter. Okay, so that's why all the stuff on the counter was messed up. Homie got on him, and then he legged it through the door into the back room. We never had nothing to do with killing him. It's all what happened, I swear. You're now telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop and threatened him with a gun. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Well, find ourselves at an interesting juncture. It changes matters considerably. But honest, Governor, this time, Nash, we got nothing more to hide. Very well. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. Get him. Okay, what am I pressing first? We got one aside. He came out. So, this has to be before 1 o'clock, right? Wait. Do you think it's after? Oh, the stuff hadn't been moved yet. Yeah, so this is between... Gina's already in the back here. Okay. Between 1 and 1:30. So they have their gun out. Shouted these words in your previous testimony too. Then we heard him yelling on the other side of the storeroom door. Did we? Yeah, that was a lie. Truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he? Yeah. Was the victim holding a gun at the time? Was he ever? Blimey, lummy, a great ugly barrel he had, pointed straight at me, frontispiece. Frontispiece. What you're saying is, you definitely saw him with a gun that night. It is, Gov, it is. Spot on. All of a sudden he came at us, he did? It was bedlam. Didn't know who was going for who. You were clearly all going for each other. I think Nash said we thought we'd had it. I mean... Look as strong as an ox. Check me over the counter.
Hold it!
I note that you mentioned the counter in your previous testimony too. Yeah, of course you did. Knocked over a load of books, candlestick, and some skull and whatnot. I got tangled in some marionette, but knocked over a picture frame, which knocked the scales on the floor. So in fact, it wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock those things off the counter. Oh, big bro here went flying that counter like a gunshot, I can tell you. The old geezer pinned him. He did, Nash, he did. He'd have been there, the bloke would have flattened me like a bloomin' pancake in seconds. At the time in question, the alarm was raised at the local police station via a secret cable from the pawnbrokery. There's a button under the counter used to activate it, which is presumably pressed by the victim. Okay. Couldn't have mentioned this before? When the brothers fled the scene? I don't think they mentioned it was pressed this time, right? They went straight into the arriving police, didn't they? Poor Mr. Winterbank did everything he could to protect his shop. When we got on him, he legged it through that door into the back room.
Hold it!
Were you intending to shoot Mr. Winterbank? No, never. I was just, you know, looking out for me, bruv, weren't I? He was being flattered, don't forget. My man whose shop was being burgled, yes. And then, the man fled into the storeroom room when you pointed your gun at him. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. He shoved me away, ran off through that door, and turned himself in. Something off, something that doesn't ring true. I wonder why he ran into the storeroom room. What? Couldn't know what everyone's saying? Jenny was in there waiting for him with a gun. Yes, that's right. Jenny allegedly used his gun to threaten him and force him to open the storeroom door. Because how did the gun end up in Mr. Winderbank's hands again? I have no idea. It is strange, isn't it? This little inconsistency could be significant. Should make a mental note of it. One is me and my bro here. Very nice, that's right. Me and my bro here. You think we pressed that one? We had nothing to do with killing him. Pulled me gun on him and then he legged it through that door into the back room. Do we have? It's the armband! Can we examine the stereo? Is there like... I was kind of thinking there might be blood on it. No? Wait, hold on. The latch. Yeah, okay. Just like Hurley, you boys love pressing buttons, don't you? I do like to press buttons. She's got me there. Okay, I was kind of expecting there to be something in it. We're not. There's nothing else? You sure there's not blood down there? That feels like the perfect place to hide something. Okay. That's it then. When we got on him, then he legged it through that door into the back room. I don't know what I'm doing here. Do we have... We're still assuming that it's Sholmes' blood. We don't know that, but I don't think that's very relevant here. What's in the back of this again? Sensational story. Ministry Mole. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas. Or Ministry of Justice. Okay. We're not to that yet. I don't know what I mean, I don't know. We pressed everything but this one, so let's go. No! Still hiding something, don't you think? Come so far, and it's time to finish them off. You can go and press the last one, you never know. So it's gotta be that fourth line, right? So you had nothing to do with it? Nothing at all. Nothing of nothing. The easier one shut himself in the back room, didn't he? Locked it was from the inside. We know it was because we tried to open it. Decent door, that one? Good and strong. Won't budge an inch. Something in the situation remains unchanged. They're the storeroom and the pawnbroker. There's only one other person, but there's no gun. There's only one gun in there. I mean, I guess she could have taken it from him somehow, but sole person who could have shot the victim, the accused. Would it appear so? What say you to that, counsel? I don't know. Is there anyone else from Gina? You could have possibly shot Mr. Winderbank? It could have been, yeah. Mr. Skulkin. What? What does that look for? The moment you admitted that you encountered the victim face to face that night. The course of this trial changed completely. I mean, they could have just shot him through the doorway, right? Because, like, if you look at the floor plan, but, like, their gun bullets doesn't check out. Unless both of them had a gun. They tossed it somewhere. What is your point, my learned friend? Question we must answer is, who could have shot Mr. Winderbank? It's the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only possible answer at all. You see, I've got two minds about this. First, it can't be this easy. Or second, it is this easy, and we're still not in, like, the main case yet. This is all just a prelude to what's actually going to happen. You have my attention. In that case, let us return to the plan of the premises. Victim was killed in the storeroom, which is locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could be there? Counsel? Shall provide answers to the court in respect to the two conundrums. If the short guy was tossed over the counter, so he would be by the door, and he was shot diagonally through the heart, so maybe like they even tried to like shoot the doorknob, right? Like they weren't even trying to shoot him. Maybe. Shoot, my lord. There's as many chances to be right. Maybe. I like that. Namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? And furthermore, where was the victim at the time? I couldn't have moved the body. Are you alright, you know? Not entirely sure. One thing I am sure about. You prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened. Changed Gina's prospects hugely. So now, time for some clarity. Show the court on this plan the answers to the questions posed by his lordship. Believe someone else may have killed the victim and indicate where that person could have fired this gun. I assume right here.
Take that!
Okay. Defense believes the culprit could have shot the victim from the location here. Answer to the second question. Assuming the culprit fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time? Right here?
Take that!
Culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom. Continue. Mr. Winterbeck died instantly from a bullet wound in the back. Looking at the stain of blood on the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death. Which tells us that he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. The crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired? So you're adamant the shot was fired from outside the storeroom. Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony. Pulled me gun on him, and he legged it for that door into the back room. Mr. Winterbeck ran away through the door. We have to assume that the door was open at the time. Ah! But at precisely that moment, when the victim was fleeing for his life, that these brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom. Ah, yeah! Although that would imply that they framed Gina for it by putting the gun in her hands, right? Well, yeah. I don't know if I believe that. Come to think of it, remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial? Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. Report states that, yeah, rising diagonal trajectory. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Poor man, shot while he was running as fast as he could get to safety. Of course, he would have been leaning forward as he was running away. So even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it still entered his body at an upward trajectory. Oh, okay. The culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Winterbeck. Sure, my learned friend can't have forgotten. The storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. Then the victim was shot as he fled into the room. You also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock. Ah, but someone else locked the door. Yes, there's someone else who could have locked the storeroom door. Gina? Is that so? Very well then, counsel. Present your hypothesis to the court. The scenario just described. Francis' assertion is that the victim was shot from outside the storeroom. Who shot and locked the storeroom? I mean, based on what our current theory, it had to be Gina, but yeah, we really should have asked Gina what she saw happen. Like, I feel like that would have been, you know, very helpful, Edgar Benedict.
Take that!
Obviously, the person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. That's absurd! Oh, we actually caught him off guard. This suggesting the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room. For what possible reason to get away from the people with a gun? Such actions would only serve to tighten the noose around her neck. Inclined to agree, I must say. Well, counsel? Yeah, such a tricky one, isn't it? Have fake notions. Wait, was that wrong? I have no place in my courtroom, counsel. Remember that, please. It was Ginny, but of course Ginny would have locked the door. Almost goes without saying, doesn't it? It does? I mean, yeah, there's someone just shot a guy through the door. Well, if I was Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two burglars had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they? Oh, yeah, Ryounosuke is stupid. Before the two brothers arrived, Miss Lestrade and Mr. Windibank were in the storeroom together. Now, don't know what went on between them at the time, but at some point, Mr. Windibank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom. Intruders, eh? It's us, bro. Your theory is correct. That would leave the accused alone in the storeroom. Yes, it would. Then, probably only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom door, hoping to escape danger. Bang! Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Windibank fell to the floor where he was just inside the storeroom. What we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done in that moment? So where are you going with this? Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Windibank. As soon as that thought struck Miss Lestrade, she slammed the door shut and locked it, in order to save her own life.
Hold it!
What was that? Oh, what? They don't sound like that. No, that's ridiculous. They do not sound like that. But we ain't the ones who done it. We ain't. You gotta believe us. Come on, we never shoot no one.
Objection!
It's blatantly untrue. I do believe them on this. I know for a fact that you would. Before my eyes? Oh. Okay, you know, he's got a point. You shot Mr. Sherlock Holmes. There's only one logical conclusion here. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity to find the true perpetrators of Mr. Windibank's murder. Yeah! He wasn't even pointing at them, he was pointing at Van Zieg's little... You mean to say, wasn't the big bucket who shot the pawnbroker after all? They'd have known it was those three brothers. Like as shitty as the dense 4-3. That's amazing, you know? All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now. I know, first time ever. Probably the last. Well, I think you've done it. Surely they have to keep a verdict of not. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's laughing. Oh no. Oh no, you don't like the evil laugh. An admirable effort, my learned friend. What's this now? He's gonna update the autopsy report. He's laughing. Find the situation amusing, Lord Van Zieks. I still find the defense's argument most persuasive. He's gonna bring out the bullets in the gun. I dare say. Such chicancery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation. But such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than inexcusable pedophagy here. That is not a real word. He is making up words now. What? The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly credibly cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, contains a fatal flaw. A fatal flaw? Do you mean to tell me that you're unaware of your logic's failing? I say, Lord Van Zieks, maybe an idea to explain this badly conjuring trick or whatever it is to the troops on the ground, Fatal flaw in my learned friend's argument is really very simple to understand. Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets. By George, count bullets! Oh dear. He noticed that. Okay, Iris already know. Huh? What's everyone talking about? Counsel! Yes, sir. Tell the court, how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime? Two. 2 bullets. Correct. The first, that which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. And the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, on his arrival at the scene. Unless, what if they didn't actually shoot at Holmes? And Sholmes, sorry, he just faked the whole thing. Indeed, the defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second bullet earlier in the proceedings. The bullet which injured Mr. Sholmes appears to have passed through his body to strike the calendar. Your lordship's understanding is correct. Furthermore, we know there are 2 firearms involved in the incident. The revolver belonging to the victim, Mr. Windibank, the Skulkin brothers' revolver. The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each gun. Yes, indeed it does! Single bullet from each! Now then, my learned friend. Uh-oh. You yourself told the court mere moments ago that these brothers shot Mr. Sherlock Holmes right before your eyes. Yes, I did. Oh my goodness, I think you'll find. If a single bullet was fired from the brothers' gun hit Mr. Sholmes, it means they actually just reloaded a bullet. Case closed. Windermere was not shot by the same gun. Stop. Only one bullet. Stop. Exactly. Yes, this Mipani street performer presented an ostensibly credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. It's ooh-ah. Yeah. Order. Oh, what? That's a new one? He just killed someone in the audience. Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging the dregs of this hallowed nectar into the public gallery. Someone's dead. He's a murderer. Cuff him. Lord Van Zinks. But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Mr. Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can regrettably no longer be described as juvenile, when she's 17. Now, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct. Okay, I gotta be honest, I'm talking about real life here. I always think it's so stupid when like a teenager commits, some terrible crime, right? Like in real life. Speaking about the American justice system here. And then they get tried as an adult. Like, what's the point of, trying someone as a child or, a minor, when you could just say, oh, no, we're going to try him as an adult. The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbroker on the night in question with loathsome intent. As we can see beyond doubt in this print, which depicts her threatening the victim with his murder weapon, but we know that he ended up with the gun again. And I have here in my possession one more piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present. Hey, can we spray that real quick? A disc! I'll be taking this, whatever it is, Miss McGill. It's down to the yard, thank you very much. Oh, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is mine. Sorry, miss. Anything belonging to McGill, let's be taken in as evidence now. It's that music box disc. McGilden's music box disc. The very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Winderbank, the accused attempt to make off with this article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. So none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add, of a brute force and brazen impudence. Good gracious, but it wasn't at Winderbank's. Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl will not stoop if pushed, no crime she will not commit. The court forgets the fact that it's in its peril. I see. I think it would be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence, counsel. It's a grim testament to the defendant's character. Lord Razix, it's relevant to the secret case that got going. Inspector Gregson, what? Yes, Inspector? We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service, and I think it was agreed that the disc wouldn't be used as evidence. What's this all about? That's the first time you said anything to Van Six at all. I'm unaware of such a meeting. But those were the instructions, right from the top. Government bigwigs were insistent. Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case. Oh, we're going into it. Your wording is noted. Thank you. He's gonna get demoted for this. The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord. Indeed. Bailiff. On the reverse side is the note that says for McGilded. Okay, let's take a look at this. Is there anything on? Can we take it off? Or McGilded. The man he defended in court a couple months ago, isn't it, you know? Rather mistakenly defended. I know what his name is doing on the back of this disc. Okay, now the blood. Oh, you know, look! This is blood! Yes, you're right. It's a small smear, but definitely blood. It feels though I might have noticed that before. My time to shine! I thought I'd be waiting forever! Can we get this done quickly? In a flash. Watch it be green. Okay. Lovely bright shade again. Wait, that color. What is it? Just that green. It's not the first time we've seen that color, is it? Blood samples portfolio has been updated. Okay. So that is not Sholmes' blood on the calendar, it's the JoJo's character. Prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of character. Hold on, I wanna look. What? It hasn't. Oh, well, I guess we don't know. Eggert Benedict is not his name. The accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of character. There's nothing more to add. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case. I don't believe it. Had the jury on my side for once, for all of 5 minutes. 5 seconds more like. Oh dear. Wasn't even for 5 minutes ago, no? Yeah. My lord! Wonder if I might say something at this point. Proceed, Mr. Foreman. Stumbling about in a big fog up to now, if truth be told, all of a sudden. It's badly obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it. Oh no. Very well, the court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll present your leanings to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Well, we got another one going. How many do you think we're gonna have this case? I doubt they're gonna stop at just 2. Like, they've gotta have one in, like, right before the climax, let's say. We have a consensus among the jury, it seems. We have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains. Must be the truth. Don't you quote Sholmes to me! That's my line! I wrote that for Hurley. I remember I brought up, I wondered if they're gonna bring that up. Because, I think it's the 3rd game, Trials and Tribulations, which quotes that. How dare you use it against us? Don't worry, guys, I don't think we're finished yet. Still more to this case than we realize. Must be because there's one thing I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Winterbank. That's beyond any doubt. Very well. We can proceed with his second summation exam. He already knows we're going for it. Second summation examination of the day. Haven't even called for it yet. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready? Gyarados Squadron is primed and ready for action, sir. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you'll each explain on what grounds you have now determined the defendant to be guilty. How far in are we? 52 minutes? Yeah, I think, okay. I think we call it there. We're probably getting close to a to be continued point, but I don't know that, right? Where are we? Right here. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.